This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Going balls out in the lumberyard. Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 152. My name's Adam Patterson. With me today we have Kevin Rakestraw. How you doing, Kevin?
Doing pretty good.
I'm also joined by Ryan Holes. How are you?
Sick.
Sick. You don't sound that sick. I mean, I'm not saying you're lying or anything, but,
He's sick
you
with
sound
sadness.
No, but I'm getting better.
That's good. That's good.
Sick with sadness.
Sick with sadness. What movie do we have you watch this week?
Speed racing.
Speed Racer.
What?
This is from 2008. Picked this in honor of Jupiter Ascending, coming out this week. Same directors, the Wachowski siblings. I have a synopsis here. A young driver, Speed Racer, aspires to be champion of the racing world with the help of his family and his high-tech Mach 5 automobile. Ryan, tell us a little... Oh, let me go over the cast real quick. We got Emil Hirsch as Speed. We got Susan Sarandon as Mom. We got John Goodman's in there. Christina Ricci's in there. Anybody else notable?
Rain?
Rain
is in there.
Epileptic seizures.
Okay. Well,
Sure.
Why don't you just hold on that comment for just a second and tell us a little bit about this?
The movie starts and Speed Racer has an older brother. And
Matthew Fox, by the way. That's...
he's like phenomenal racer. And his mom and dad own the independent race shop where they build their car and whatnot. And during one of the races, his brother's car exploded, and he thinks his brother dies. So he goes up, and the movie fast forwards probably 10 years, maybe 15. And his new girlfriend is Christina Ricci, and he now has a younger brother, so it's sort of like the same situation that it was before. And this guy tries to give him a big contract in the race world, and Speed says no. And finally, the guy breaks down, explains that money controls everything, and that in the race world, they already know who's gonna win, and who's gonna place, and blah blah. Speed doesn't like that, and he decides.
Speed doesn't like that.
He decides to race with I'm pretty sure it's a Japanese guy, but I'm not positive. And this guy is also he doesn't have a race contract, and he's racing independently to try and show all the big wakes that you don't need a race contract, and he can do what you want and win. And it turns out that this guy is only trying to win so that he can race his family's race stock before they sell it. And in the end, Speed Racer wins the race, and the bad guys go to jail, and they'll live happily ever after.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right, so...
Spoiler.
So, what did you think of Speed Racer?
I hated it.
Oh, what?
Man.
Were you a fan of the cartoon?
I don't remember.
I was a big fan of the cartoon when I was little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
I could never get into it.
It was when I was really, really little. They used to play it on Nickelodeon, and I remember watching it and liking it. And then as I got older, anytime I would see it on whatever channel it ended up being at, I never liked it. I just couldn't get behind it. So It was only when I was really, really little that I liked it. I thought it was too, much like this movie, actually. I thought it was just too over the top and goofy and stupid.
Whoa.
The visuals, like, I've never watched a movie before that hurt my eyeballs.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that was the
this
thing about
did.
this movie. Like, if any movie were to cause seizures, this would be the movie.
This is the one?
This is the one.
I just wanted to, like, close my eyes and listen to what was happening and not watch what was happening.
I don't get bothered by bright, flashy lights, but this movie, oh my god.
I don't either, and
Is it just a bunch of neon lights?
Yeah, it's just like constant flashing neon lights everywhere.
it
And
looks
it's so
like
bright.
it looks like if you watch this movie at night, it looks from the outside of your house like you're in a fucking strip club. It's awful.
Yeah, it's,
Flashing lights everywhere. Yeah, it looks cool.
yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. It does look
If
cool.
It didn't
It's-
flash.
It looks cool. It's just so intense.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
well, plus it's 135 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that like, and is it like that nonstop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time, yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if I could handle that.
If I remember, and this has been a while since I've seen this, but it's super stylized. Everything, even when it's not the races, everything's
Yep.
green screen and has kind of an animation feel to it.
Yep.
Hmm.
Which, that's another thing that kind of bothered me. Everything is green screen, and you can tell
Oh really?
that people are just standing in front of a green screen.
Yeah, that bothered me too when the first time I saw this. It was kind of like
Now, dude, is that something that you think hasn't aged well, or was it? Adam, can you remember if it was kind of noticeable when it first came
nah,
out?
I remember. I don't know if you. Anyway. Yeah, I remember it being noticeable because it was like Sin City. It was that style where you know that everything is fake, that nothing even looks remotely real.
Yeah.
I mean, but what happens in this movie when they're racing? It's like just cars flying through the air. It's every scene. There's a car flipping through the air.
Just nonstop.
Just nonstop
And
car flips.
like, the last race is like a Grand Prix. Translates across like 3 continents. But the whole race, like during the movie, it takes place in like a big arena where everyone can watch it, and like the entire racetrack twists and turns throughout the arena.
Yeah, it's like
But
Mario Kart where the track goes up in the air and like loops and
But it's certainly not as big as 3 continents. So
Not
I
as
don't
big as
know.
3 continents?
No.
Okay.
So I don't know why they even said that. Like, why even say that?
What'd you think of the fact that they were able to use weapons?
It was alright. The fact that, like, when they said the word shit and they bleeped it out, and at one point the little brother gives someone the finger, but, like, this movie's only rated PG. But I guess because it's animated violence, it's cool.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, don't people die? There's a lot of cars that explode in this and fly off the track.
Yeah.
Did they die, or was it? Or wait, was it one of those deals where maybe I'm thinking of a different movie? But I remember a racing movie where when they wreck, they end up being in this kind of bubble thing. Was that this movie?
From what I remember,
Please.
no.
Please. Damn it. What is that movie?
I don't know. I
I
don't know.
want that movie right now.
I remember seeing a racing movie where when they wreck, it
go into
puts them in
bubbles.
this foam thing that keeps them safe so they don't die.
I want to see that.
Apparently that wasn't this movie.
I want to see it, whatever it is.
Unless I was too busy not looking at the screen because I didn't want to see it.
Nah, maybe it was like Ender's Game or one of those other ones.
You probably were having a seizure the entire time.
Oh man.
You're just making all this shit up.
Like afterwards, my eyes actually hurt.
I can imagine.
It's an intense movie.
I can imagine. I'm kind of scared to watch it. I'm going to, but
Yeah, I think
I'm
And
scared to
I've
because I'm really sensitive to that.
I play video games a lot for long periods of time, and
Pretty much 24/7.
nothing felt like this at all.
you get a good idea, Kevin, if you watch the trailer. There's I think the trailer that's on IMDb is one of the longer theatrical ones, and that gives you a good idea of
What I'm in
pretty
for?
much what the whole movie is.
Okay. All right.
Now,
I'm a-
Ryan, you are familiar with the show, though. You remember the show, right? From
Yeah,
when you
sort
were a kid.
of. Yeah, I remember that was on. That's about it.
What do you think about how this was translated into live action? Do you think it worked, or
Except for all the flashing shit, everything else worked.
the funny thing is that the show, unless I'm completely remembering it wrong, the show was not like this. It didn't look like this. I think a lot of the show was driving in the desert and just on regular tracks.
Yeah, I have to say I don't remember a lot of neon flashing in the cartoon. I thought it was pretty dry.
Like
Yeah.
an
It was that like
crazy Japanese style.
yeah, but see the thing about Speed Racer though, it was Japanese animation, but it was the old kind where it wasn't super flashy. It was like Lupin the Third, where
Yeah.
everything, all the colors are very faded almost. They look faded and muted.
All I know is I hated the cartoon. I think I watched
It was annoying
two. Yeah. Oh,
because there was
I
that
couldn't
the
stand it.
little kid and the monkey, and they were really annoying.
Yeah,
what's the
they're in the movies now, and they're both terrible.
monkey's? Is it a real monkey?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. What's the monkey's name? Does he have a cool name?
Isn't it like Chim or something?
Yeah,
Chimp?
it's something like that. They only say it like once. They only, me and Harris only says it once.
I remember liking John Goodman as he's like the manager guy, right?
Yeah, but he's also a Speed Racer's dad.
No, he's the dad. Okay.
But
I don't know why, but just you going, well, he's also his dad.
Yeah, I forgot it was his dad.
Oh,
I
God.
remember liking his character, and I remember he looked just like the character in the show with the
yeah,
mustache.
but yep.
I can't wait to get into some speed
Are
racing.
you gonna watch this, Kevin?
I think I am. I'm going to try to.
This is one of these movies where when it first came out, critics pretty much hated it.
Well, this is something I wanted to kind of talk about because the reason I want to watch this is because there's a lot of people on Letterboxd that are like
Well,
5
yeah.
stars, 4.5
Yeah,
stars.
see, that's what I was gonna say. When this first came out, critics hated it, people hated it, didn't do very well. But then something happened within the last couple years where people started coming around on it, and
Yeah, it kind of got like a reevaluation.
yeah, now it has kind of a cult following, and a lot of people really like this movie.
Yeah,
It still only has a 39% on Rotten Tomatoes, but like you said on Letterboxd, there's a lot of people that are
Yeah,
liking
there's a
this
lot of
movie.
people that are championing this film and calling it a masterpiece. Which, when something's that decisive, I wanna check it out.
It looks cool. I mean, but it looks cool except for all the flashing shit.
Yeah, well, it's a kids movie too, and that was one of the other things that I had a hard time getting past is that it's so over the top and goofy, and like Christina Ricci's character annoyed me, just the way she she acted. I like Emile Hirsch in it, and I remember they did a lot of really goofy cartoon style shots where it's like a close up on the person's face, but you could see the background is also in focus. So it's like one of those, the foreground and the background are in focus, and like there's stuff happening behind them.
Yeah.
And they did a lot of wipes where the person where like the person's talking, and as they're talking the camera's panning and their face is like wiping to the next sequence or the next shot or whatever.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You'll know when I'm you'll know when I'm
that stuff.
Just
I'm not a fan of wipes.
Have 911 on speed though.
What'd you say?
Have 911 on speed though.
911 for my. I can't call 911 when I'm having a seizure.
Oh,
Do you know how seizures work, Ryan?
get life alert. Apparently not.
Apparently
I had a fake seizure.
apparently not.
Get life alert.
Life alert. I'm gonna pick one of those up and then I'll watch Speed Racer.
Get it just for this.
I feel like I need to.
Got my weekend plan.
I feel like I need to rewatch this and give it another go, because when I saw this, I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it when it came out on Blu-ray. In fact, it was one of the first Blu-rays I ever saw, I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was one of the early Blu-rays. And it was, so I probably saw it a year after it came out, or maybe a little bit less, but
Oh. You're boring, Ryan. Man, get on with your story.
I was gonna say I didn't like it. That's it. God, sorry, Ryan.
I don't feel well. Jesus.
It's that sadness catching up to him.
I love how he doesn't even bother
No.
trying to cover it up or hide it. He's just like, ooh.
Because it happens out of nowhere. I don't have time to compensate for it.
But it feels like you almost you try to accentuate it too. You make a bigger deal about it. All right, well, let's talk about the Wachowskis. So obviously the big thing that they did that kind of made them huge was The Matrix.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That was them?
How is that?
No, I said that was them?
Yeah.
All right.
And The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions.
I actually did not know. I had no idea that they were doing Jupiter Ascending. And I've been really confused for like the last couple of weeks why everyone's so excited about this movie.
Oh, yeah. Because
now I kind of understand. Yeah, now I understand why.
Yeah.
I got it.
It's pretty much just, if they weren't attached, if it was just some random person nobody knew, I doubt anybody would be on board for it.
Well, that's what I thought it was. That's why I couldn't understand why people were so excited.
Why are people talking about this? It looks terrible. Yeah, it's because of them. They also did Bound. Not a lot of people know that. Remember Bound? With Jennifer Tilly and Gina Gershon?
I think so.
And Joe Pantoliano?
Yeah. Didn't know that was them.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that, though, actually.
I saw it years ago when I was a lot younger. They also did Cloud Atlas, which I never did see that. That was one that just slipped right by me.
Yeah, keep it that way.
Yeah, I remember you weren't big on it.
Oh, it was a mess. Absolute mess.
Well, they only did part of Cloud Atlas. They did half of it.
That's true. It's still on a whole. It's a mess.
What do you think of the Wachowskis, Ryan? Are you a fan of the Matrix series?
The first one.
I tried to watch Matrix Reloaded 3 times, and all 3 times I fell asleep and couldn't get through it.
Just couldn't do it?
Nope. I don't know. I don't even know if I'd like the first one. I remember I dragged my dad to see the first one when it came out, and I loved it so much, and he hated it. And he's like, "Why do you like that movie? It was terrible." I was like, "Oh my god, he's like a hacker, and the slow motion, he's dodging bullets."
Oh boy!
Remember when that was a thing for so long?
Oh my
Bullet
god!
time.
That's still.
That was in video game. I love that.
Yeah, well,
It was in everything.
The Matrix did it, and then Max Payne did it, and it was amazing in Max Payne because that
And
was
then
a
it was
video
just
game where you
everywhere.
could trigger bullet time.
And then anytime someone like ducked out of the way of something, they were like, "Dude, it was like the fucking Matrix.
Yep.
It's coming
And
at me." And I
then,
was like, "Whoa!"
then every other game started doing it.
And everybody kept mimicking the when he would bend backwards.
Yes.
Everybody did that. Oh God, it was a pretty big deal though. I mean, that movie. I remember when I first saw that, I was really blown away by the special effects and just everything in that.
They did that in the Spartans movie. Sorry, I was thinking out loud.
Shut your
Meet the
goddamn
Spartan.
face.
Oh God,
Your sickness is infecting you.
they did 2 episodes of Sense8.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what
That's
that
what I'm
is.
talking about.
I don't even know. I don't know what that is.
So I don't think anyone knows what that is.
Really though, when everybody starts getting excited over Jupiter Ascending, I don't really understand why you would get excited just because it's the Wachowskis. Because it's what makes us just blindly excited about anything that they do.
The Matrix.
Supposedly, it's
One movie?
really visually appealing.
Well, it better be
Yeah.
considering they pushed it back like 8 months to finish the visual effects, supposedly.
Whoa. Goodness. That should be fun. I can't wait to watch that in like 4 years.
We're going to be doing the show. Saw Jupiter Ascending this week. Oh, you finally got around to seeing that one.
Yeah, look forward to that. 2018. Mark it down on your calendars.
I don't know. Eddie Redmayne's in it. I think Channing Tatum looks weird, but Eddie Redmayne looks like he could be a good villain.
Eddie Redmayne's the villain?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
That's interesting.
All right, well, before we get too much into Jupiter Ascending, let's go ahead and give you your drum roll, Ryan. What do you give Speed Racer? That's a 3 out of 10. So,
Wow.
Are you interested in seeing Jupiter Ascending, Ryan?
Nope. Man, for Mila Kunis, but that's about it.
I love the fact that you only watch movies for the ladies.
Well, like this
For the
movie,
ladies.
Christina Ricci's visually appealing, so
She's
I'll
visually
separate-
appealing.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Well, I might check out Jupiter Ascending just because there's not a whole lot coming out this week.
I will.
Oh, jeez.
I
I
don't know.
love it.
What,
I love it.
Well, what are your impressions, Kevin?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about it.
You never
I
saw
heard-
any trailers?
No, I heard that it was called Jupiter Ascending, and I was like, no thanks.
Do
And
you
I
have
just ignored it.
cable?
No, I don't have cable. We've
Oh,
gone over this numerous times.
Do you what? You didn't watch Super Bowl?
No, I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
I love how you answer that like he's a fucking idiot for not knowing that. No, I didn't watch the Super Bowl, you dumb idiot.
You son of a bitch. What makes you think I watched the Super Bowl? Come on now.
Because you're into sports?
I'm not into NFL anymore. I don't really care. I've fallen out of love with pro football.
Wow, that's a
Yeah,
revelation.
I haven't watched football in like 3 years maybe. I don't really care.
Wow.
Yeah, so I know absolutely nothing about Jupiter Ascending, and except that Channing Tatum's in it, and you just told me that Eddie Redmayne's in it,
And Mila Kunis.
and Mila Kunis, which has got Ryan all ready to go.
He's already packing up and getting ready to go to the theater.
He wheeled himself outside. He's just waiting for a ride.
He's got his tickets pre-ordered. He's going to get in line probably a day or two before. Any final thoughts, Ryan, on Speed Racer or Jupiter Ascending?
It could give you seizures, don't watch it.
But what if you want seizures?
Don't watch it anyway, 'cause it sucks.
So even if you're looking for seizures,
Even if you're just dying to have a seizure, don't bother.
Correct.
wow.
I would
Wow.
say if you do decide to watch it, make sure you see it on Blu-ray or anything that's the highest possible definition, because
Something I thought of last night. I want to see this man in 3D and see how much flashing there is when glasses aren't on.
So you want to watch it in 3D, but without the
glasses.
Well, when you watch it in 3D,
yeah, it doubles. It doubles everything up, so it'd be
that would be double seizure.
double seizure.
You would have one underneath the one you're already having. It'd be like a dual layer seizure.
It would just be like
a seizure with nuance.
Multi-layered seizure.
Each side of your body would have a different kind of seizure.
Oh,
now, would you suggest that I should watch this with all the lights off, sitting at least like 3 millimeters away from my TV screen?
Yes.
God, no.
I recommend it.
I actually had to turn the lights on in my living room to make it better. Wow. To make my eyes feel better.
Yeah, turn off all the lights, close the blinds, and then turn the brightness up on your TV as high as it'll go.
And the
backlight. Turn the backlight up, highest possible setting. So it just fucking blows out your eyes.
I can't wait. I'm gonna die this weekend.
Probably.
It's gonna be fun.
All right, I think that will wrap it up for the week. Be sure to send us your questions to podcast@filmpulse.net. We'll be sure to answer them on the show. Follow us on Twitter @FilmPulseNet, @FilmPulseKevin, and @MyLegsDon'tWork. And be sure to rate us on iTunes. We appreciate that very much. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name is Adam Patterson. We'll see you on Monday.
See you later.
終わりものかと Go 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 ホワイトボディマッゴ負けに魂親譲り走り出したが後には来てる行くぞ勝利の
Dreamcatcher.
Catching dreams.
Catching dreams.